and gentlemen, Ben Bailey.
Hello, 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 hello. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. 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 What's happening, people? Show me some hearts, motherfuckers! I've been out here saying hello for like a whole minute, and I don't see no hearts. Where are those hearts, people? Show a man some love after 44 weeks. Hey, everybody. Hello. Hello. When we're allowed to like freely roam and congregate again, I'm just going to greet everyone that way. Everyone I see, hello! It's like, wow, what happened to him? He's been isolating for a long time, that one. He's gone mad. Hello! Hello! Hi there! What's up, people in New Jersey? What's up, people in the United States of America? What's up, people in all the countries all over this planet? And I'd also like to say, right now I just want to say hello to anyone riding a bike. Because that's possible. You might be watching this show. This occurred to us last week. You might be watching a show, this particular show, while you're riding your bike. That's fucking amazing. And if you are watching this show while you're riding a bike, let me just say this. Let me be the first person to say this to you. Watch where you're going! No, don't look at me! Look away! Eyes on the fucking road, man! Don't look at this tiny little... You're trying to read comments? Over! Hit by a truck on his way to a bonfire, which you can have anywhere. You don't need to go somewhere to have a fire. You could build a fire close to you. You know, risk your life watching television while riding a bike in the dark on your way to a bonfire, which could have been anywhere. It could have been anywhere, man. I just felt like Gene Hackman for a second. That little bit of... in the end of that, I felt like a little bit of... Oh, you must have been the tallest in your class. That's a movie quote. Right out of the gate, that's a movie quote. I think maybe I'm feeling happy. When the movie quotes are flowing, you know that Ben is a happy man. What's up, everybody? Working from home, episode 44. Holy shit! Cheers, everybody. We're going right into a drive-by. Oh, yeah! Cheers, motherfuckers! I can't believe it's 44, man. That means how many cash cab drive-bys have there been? It's got to be 60 or... Yeah. Once in a while we do a couple, right?
Oh, yeah.
One night we did like 11. I was fucking wasted, man. Real-time laughter in the room. Woo. That was like college for me. It was just running into people I know and going, dude, did I see you? I was so wasted. Like, that's all it was. It was like you're on your way to class, and everyone's like, dude, Thursday night, we were fucking wasted, man. What'd you guys do Friday? We were shithouse on Friday. So I guess what you did was the same every night, but where? They should be saying, where'd you do? Where'd you do Thursday? Oh, doesn't matter. We were shithouse. And there was one dude You ever keep running into a person over and over and you don't know their name? So I just call this guy anything but his name, but Buddy. Oh, hey, buddy. He always knew my name. Hey, Ben. I'd be like, hey, buddy. Hey, Mac. About a week before I left the place for good, I ran into Buddy, dude, guy, and I was like, I gotta tell you something, man. And it was literally it was 4 years. I said, I know we met at orientation. And I've been saying hello to you and talking to you pretty regularly since then, but I don't remember what your fucking name is, dude. Funny thing is, I remember it now. It was Mike, so this one's for you, buddy, pal, dude, man. Hey, man. Thank you, Mike, for being that guy and for laughing when I said that to you. Holy shit, really? 4 fucking years? What have you been doing? I was fucking shit-faced. I was so wasted, man. That's that age for me, is bragging about who is the more drunkener. No way, dude. No, dude, no way. Us college dudes are like, let's get drunk. Let's, whatever. Not all college dudes. It was probably different for a lot of people. But a lot of the ones that I knew and that I've seen since. I went to this college dude's house in Michigan once. These dudes invited me in, and I wanted to run screaming from the place. Once I was a grown man. A window had broken in the bathroom, and there was a foot of snow in there. No fucking joke. They were like, whatever you do, don't go in here. Finally, at the end of the night, I was like, fuck it, I gotta see what's in there. I open it up, there's a foot of snow on the floor of the bathroom. The window broke, and they just never fixed it. They just shut the door. It's pretty crazy. And they're like, oh, you gotta show them the best part of the house. I might have told this story on here before, maybe. 44 years we've been doing this show, you guys. I can't remember anymore. They were like, it was like giant movie screen porn in the attic. I'm like, this is the best part of your house for you guys. Thanks for inviting me over. See you never. You look uncomfortable, Mr. Bailey. Yeah, there's an 8-foot penis over there. It's only 6 feet away from me. They're all like, isn't it awesome? I'm gonna go sit in the bathroom. I'm gonna bring a snow shovel to the bathroom and clean that shit out for you. Oh my goodness. So that quote, you must have been the tallest in your class, is from, no one guessed it. It's probably obvious to people who know it would know right away. It's just like the cash cab, Are the questions hard? I'm like, not if you know the answer. Then they're about as easy as they could be if you know the fucking answers to them. But on the other hand, if you don't know the answer, then they are incredibly hard.
Yeah.
I mean, super difficult. If you don't know what the answer is, it's almost as though it's impossible. Unless you might, because you don't fucking know the answer. That's why it's hard to come up with questions that are the same level of difficulty for different people, because not everybody knows the same shit.
There's been a lot of reaction like that to this last season, I think. Oh, the questions are so much easier, and then, oh, the questions are so much harder.
Yeah, in both directions.
Okay.
In both directions. There's a funny one of those little things that's stuck in my head forever. In both directions, because you used to be able to I think you could call, or no, what is it from? Oh, I'm mixing up my recordings I used to listen to. That's a subway announcement in the city in New York. The Queens bound, is delayed by 15 minutes in both directions. They always had to say in both directions at the end, it seemed, and it was always with like a heavy New York, in both directions. And I was mixing it up with the old one for the Holland Tunnel. You could tune into the radio in the car and get a current report on conditions of the tunnel while you're in the tunnel. I mean, this would have come in handy before I got to the fucking tunnel and sat for an hour. Now that I'm in here, thank you for alerting me every 30 feet that there are delays in the Holland Tunnel in both directions. You should know, you're sitting in them. It's the one place in the world where people are getting this fucking announcement about what's happening to them right there, right now. It's really only something you listen to if you're stuck in a traffic jam in the tunnel. The guy just comes on and goes, yeah. This is about the size of it. Tune into the live update. You're in traffic. Attention drivers, you are in traffic. Here in this tunnel where you can hear this announcement. You're fucked. You're never gonna make the meeting. I used to live in Jersey City, and I was working as a trainer, and I would have to get to like 14th Street and 6th Avenue, and I'd have like 16 minutes, and I would just run because I was always up doing stand-up, and then people would want to train early, so I'd have to get up real early and go do that, and I would always be late. I would full sprint from the door of the apartment to the PATH station in Jersey City. And I mean, full sprint all the way. If I wasn't on the train, I was running as fast as I could run. And I used to go up, it's a very fond memory for me and sad because the place is gone because I would take it to World Trade Center and up these enormous fucking escalators that used to be downstairs. Yeah, it's a laugh track, everyone. There was this group of very rude people. That
was nervous laughter.
That was nervous laughter, yeah, nice. But, and somehow I would fucking make it. I just remember sprinting up those escalators and then always hearing the announcements about the trains as you're running through, and it's a very fond memory. And then I'd get there like 2 minutes late, and they'd be like, come on, man, what the fuck? I'd be like, you have no idea how close I was to being 25 minutes late. I had to take 3 trains. If I didn't just catch 2 of them, right, you'd still be waiting for me, so shut up. And they'd be like, fuck you, it's my time. I feel like it's our time. Which is more of a paraphrase of another movie quote. The first one, by the way, was Young Frankenstein. It was Gene Hackman's character, the old blind guy, and he gets up, he's come in and sit down. He's a lonely old man who's blind. It's the best. It's one of the best scenes in the movie, in most movies. Oh, you're a big one, aren't you? You must have been the tallest in your class. And he dumps this hot soup in his lap, and it's such a great scene. So that was tonight's first movie quote, was Young Frankenstein. It'd be funny if it was always the same, like 3 or 4 movies, and I didn't realize it. Yeah, it's always either Young Frankenstein or I'm not going to give you the other 2. I was lucky enough once to be doing shows at Caroline's Comedy Club, and Peter Boyle was in the crowd. Peter Boyle, nice. Rest in peace, the late, great Peter Boyle. I don't think I've told this story on this show, but he was like right in the front row, and I saw him. No one told me that he was there, and I was headlining the show, and I saw him like a couple minutes in, and I was like, holy shit. It's fucking Peter Boyle. Every time I looked at him, all I could think of was, put it on the Ritz! And he was in so many things. He was such a great actor. He's in so much great stuff. He totally made me nervous. And I did a lot of I just like did a bunch of shit jokes. I just like resorted to low-hanging fruit of shit jokes, but he knew that that's what happened. Like he saw it register, and I didn't say anything. I didn't want to tell everyone, look, holy shit, everyone, that's Peter Boyle. So I didn't say anything, but he saw that it registered, and I'm sure he saw like a shift in me where I was like, baby, it's Peter Boyle. But he was super cool. He came and he hung out, and he said, very, very funny show, Ben, very funny. And you know a lot about shit. And he talked to us about filming Young Frankenstein. It was just super cool. He said that Gene Hackman, they asked him to do that scene. He did it like for nothing. And it's the only scene that he's in the whole movie.
Yeah.
And they said it's just one very short scene. It'll be a half a day. So he was supposed to be there for half a day and ended up taking 2+ days to get it. And or maybe it was 2. Maybe I'm exaggerating someone else's story right now. But hey, if it makes it a little better. But regardless, it took a long time for them to get it. And Gene Hackman was like pretty pissed by the end of it. Like, damn. But then when they, I'm sure he was very happy about it later on. After the movie came out, it was such a huge success, and it's such a great scene. And Peter Boyle said that everybody was, giving him dirty looks because they all had these huge monologues and all these crazy things to memorize, and he just had to go. That was his line through the entire thing. They all had all these lines and all this stuff to get just right, and he'd just be like. Do you like the rice pudding? So he made the noise in the green room there. He made the Young Frankenstein noise, and it was like just an absolute highlight of things for me. So, cheers to him, folks. It's a true story, people. And you better believe it. Which I think is just a very funny thing to say to people. You better believe it. Is that true? You better believe it. You're like, yeah, but is it true? It sounds to me like you're threatening me with believing it or not. But is it true? You better believe it. Yeah, you better fucking believe it. If you're telling me I better believe it, I think that kind of means that you don't fucking believe it. And if you're going to be telling me to believe it, you better believe it. You better, oh yeah? Yeah, you better believe it. Had I better? I think that's the proper response to that. Had I better believe it? Better I? You better believe it. Oh yeah? Better I believe it? Yeah? That's it. Had I better. You better believe it. Had I... No, that's not what... What's the comeback? You better believe it. Yeah, well, I don't. Yeah, well, you better. Yeah, well, I don't, so too bad. Hey, listen, I said you better. And I think what I meant is you'd better. You'd better believe it. Then the response is different. You'd better believe it. I'd be like, oh, that maybe it's the same. You'd better believe. No, then I'd say, no, I wouldn't. You'd better believe it. I'd worse believe it. And you better believe that. You can take that to the bank. There's a good one. Throw that on the end of some bullshit you yell at someone. You can take that to the bank. What, this cupcake? You give me a cupcake, you think I'm gonna take it to the fucking bank? You take your cupcakes to the fucking bank. You better. I just heard someone
better
say
believe
that.
I will.
You better believe it. Well, fuck you. It sounds clear to me that you're lying. I better not.
What about you best believe it?
You'd best believe. You would best believe that better. Oh, yeah? Well. Well, I believe that everything happens for a reason. You ever have one of those? You share what's got you down, and they're like, let me sum up your shit in a little catchphrase and get back to how great things are going for me. And they're like, what's wrong? You're like, oh, I lost my job. Yeah, my car broke down. My dog ran away. And my girlfriend dumped me. And I don't have any money. And I don't have anywhere to live. And they're like, I believe that everything happens for a reason. And you're like, what? Say fuck you, man. You believe all that shit is a reason for all of that, right? Wouldn't it be great if they were to get run down by a garbage truck the moment they finished saying that horse shit to you? I believe everything happens for a reason. You be sitting there with your broken life, lost best friend, recently added to the list of things that have got you down, thinking you might be right about that. That's some shit I wrote like 20 years ago. And I remembered it the other day, and I think that happened for a reason. And I think the reason for that is that I can share it now with you folks here tonight, on your bike ride to a bonfire, you fucking madman! Drive by number 2, folks. If I'm just gonna be here chugging beers, I might as well invite you along for the ride. It's funny to me how often, during these cash cab drive-bys, I hit my nose against the microphone. Oops. Oh, I wish we had a highlight reel. Oops. Oh, hey! Cheers, everybody. Thanks for doing this with us. We are, as usual, sometimes I wish I was a professional golfer just so I had a chance to do the little nod. There's like the most nonchalant, what's the word I'm looking for? Reference doesn't feel right, but to the crowds, just a little, it's a tip of the hat. It's like somehow it's this old school tip your hat thing has like survived, but only in the game of golf. When you make a good shot and there's a crowd and they clap, you just kind of, yes, good day. I feel happy about it as well. And if you really crush it, you take your hat off.
Oh, wow.
Look at my head. Here's how much I appreciate you. Look at my fucking whole head. You guys can see my whole head for the first time today. And it's like there's a tan line, like, oh, put it back on! The top of your head is totally different color than the bottom. It's freaking me out, man.
Really is a gentleman's game, hey?
It's a gentleman's game. I love it in the old, the shows about the old days. It's always the tip of the hat more often goes with like some underhanded, passive-aggressive shit that was just spoken. Oh, yes, well, I suppose you'll be needing a buyer for your farm then. Good day. Fuck you.
Good day to
Yeah, Yeah, you just reminded me that I'm broke and the family farm is at stake, and then good day, and off you go on your fucking horse? Fuck you, man. Don't good day me after that shit. I know what you're talking about. Do you think I do not feel the stress of this every moment of my life, sir? Do you feel it? I'm really trying to let loose tonight, folks. I feel like I've been holding back. Over the first 44 episodes, I feel like I've held back a bit, and I don't want to do that anymore. I want to break down the walls and show you the real me. You might not like what you see, people. I remember early on in stand-up, everyone was like, you need to find your persona. I'm like, I'm not looking in here for a made-up word. You want me to look inside myself? I came here to pursue this. You're telling me it was in here the whole time? It's like the lesson to every feel-good film ever.
Yes, Dorothy.
It's inside you, man. It's where it's all inside of you. And I'd always be like, what? I don't even know what that is. What is a persona? And here's the funny part. None of them ever had a fucking answer for me. But it was just like the word that everyone was saying at that time. You need to find your persona. Like, I found him. He's right fucking... Who do you think is sitting across the fucking table from you right now? It's me. My persona. Here I am. Persona, not non grata. Persona grata. Here I am. Persona au gratin. Here I am, you motherfucker. I'm right here. No, but you really need to dig deep into there and find your persona. Like, this is him, the guy that's getting angry at you for saying that over and over. This is my persona. I found him. He's killing you. He's the one choking you over the table right now. He's like, yes, I think you found it. This is the real you I was talking about. Shut up. I started to say this before. We are, as usual, raising money here tonight for our favorite charities. No Kid Hungry and Feeding America. You guys have been super, super generous with that, and
awesome.
It's so appreciated. So we're going to try to keep it going, because it's helping people every day. If you guys make a donation tonight, however small, it will help some people tomorrow.
Which is awesome.
Eating is good.
Cannot imagine going without eating.
I can, because I do sometimes. I forget. I'm one of those like foolish people types. Mm-hmm. This is part of the show, remember?
You guys didn't have the 40-hour famine here, did you?
Where,
Sorry, go.
I don't eat. I forget to eat. I get so caught up in stuff.
Yeah.
That I'm like, oh my God, I haven't eaten. I've been up for 9 hours, and I've had, a coffee and... A coffee and some water, and that's it. I'm like, what's wrong with me? It doesn't take long to get to that point. So help those people out if you can. Help. I don't know why I did a little hand dance and said that twice.
We're not helping out. Just to be clear, we're not helping out people who forget to feed themselves, but have plenty of food in
yes, no, it's not for us. It's not for me.
It's not because I didn't take care of Ben that day and say, you need to eat.
Yeah. Help. So for those of you who have a few dollars to spare, help. Help the people. Help the people. I don't know where that came from. Help.
Not just anybody.
Help. They need some food now. Help.
Everything's jazz hands training.
That I cannot think of that and not think of my buddy Vic, because he used to be like, jazz hands, spear fingers. Jazz hands, spear fingers. Oh man. I'm so glad you guys are with us and we're still doing this. This is episode 44. Let us say hello to the voice that you're hearing.
Who, me?
Other than mine, yeah, you, the little, it's the voice of the girl in the ceiling. Oh, here she is. Hello. It's like something out of Mr. Rogers or something. Let's fold her down. Hello, little girl in the ceiling. That used to creep me out. There's that little trolley, and we've talked about that. How you doing, babe? What's up?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Not only can you see the lovely and talented Emma Gleason right now, folks, but you have a different and close-up view of my giant head.
What?
Because I'm way closer, and I'm turning this way, so they have a
right.
different view of me as during this. It's like a whole different segment.
Ben, I almost didn't recognize you like that.
Yeah, from this side. A lot of people wouldn't. They know me best from over here, the cash cab side.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I could sneak up on people,
No.
but I have to approach them from this side.
You have two sides to your head.
Yeah, and they're not exactly the same.
No, I like that. If you just face them that way, they'll never recognize.
They'll never recognize me. If I look over this shoulder.
As long as you do.
See how different I look when I look over this side? What's up, babe?
As
How's
long
it
as
going?
you don't speak.
As long as I don't speak, yeah.
It's the voice that gives you away when we're out and about.
It is. If they don't see the face,
They hear your booming voice.
or if they look at me and they see my face and I give them one of these, and they look away before they figure it out, they hear my voice and that gives me away.
You give them one of those.
I don't know. I've never done that. I practice
What are
the
you
hiding
doing
in
when
plain
I'm not
sight
looking?
thing. I'm not going to look directly at anyone. I'm going to keep my head down. And I'm just going to kind of do this weird little steering through shared space kind of thing.
Right. Like you have to do if you're a young lady and you go to a country bathroom in a pub.
Oh, this sounds like an adventure. This is a new game. It's a new game show. Try to find. Oh, is this the story?
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Lordy, ladies. Is that the one?
Yeah. So I am from country New South Wales.
It's true.
And my family, my grandmother and some other family lived in Bathurst. Nan isn't with us anymore, but when she was and we would go there for Christmas, we would drive, 3.5 hour drive or so from Canberra, where we were at the time, to Bathurst. And I have an older sister and a younger sister, and we all needed to go to the toilet in this break. And the only place to go in this little, I would say country town, it's a village, this.
Yeah, there's one building.
There's more than one building.
How many buildings? Total buildings, if you had to guess. Then, at that time.
Including houses?
No, in the downtown area.
Shops? Shops included?
Sure.
Oh, God, I don't know. 15?
Oh, okay.
Maybe?
That gives people an idea of how big. Cool.
Okay, so
it's a pretty tiny little town.
So there's a town that we would go through that it would have one pub and a post office, and that was the only buildings. But you always...
Okay, now let me make a differentiation here. Were they the same establishment?
Not in this instance.
Okay, so then it's like a little bigger than the very smallest.
Right, but
where
they're
it's
the
all
only
one place.
buildings on the main street.
Right, okay, cool. So
and
very
then
small
there's a couple
town.
of houses. But
Right.
but this one has two, but you only have to have like 1,000 people in a town or something to have two pubs. Like a country town always has at least one pub.
Right. Gotta have a pub
So anyway, we would stop in
and some
Burrawa.
grub.
And
Where would you stop? Burrawa?
Burrawa.
Burrawa?
And
No matter, I always feel like I'm saying it the same way she says it, but she corrects me. I'm like, isn't that what I said?
When I say it
You're
again.
like, Burrawa? I'm like, yeah, Burrawa? You're like, no, here it is again. Go ahead, babe. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt.
we stopped in-
But these are funny. The
Yeah.
names of places in Australia are like some of the best names of places
Yeah.
in the world. I love them.
So this was when we were older and we were all out of school, and my two sisters and I all went to the bathroom in the pub, and it was the middle of the day, but there was a lot of older men in the pub sitting around having some beers,
And they thought their
Yes.
dreams had come true. That
and I just had a few drinks, and we walked in. Looking
Three
for the
young,
bathroom, trying to
beautiful
find our
girls
way
come
through.
strolling into the pub. It's the pub where Crocodile Dundee and his buddies are hanging out.
Pretty much. That's, yeah. Picture
Donk
that
is in the
and,
corner.
And you're not far off. Started saying, one of them at the bar started saying, Jesus, Lordy. Oh, Lordy, Jesus, Lordy. Oh, ladies. And we just kept beeline through and into the bathroom. And ladies, where are you going, ladies? So we went into the bathroom.
I've been sitting here for 25 years waiting for for three beautiful young women to come through that door.
I went to the toilet and then left, and again he was like, ladies, Jesus, Lordy, as we left, oh, Lordy, Jesus. And so...
Did you tell your parents when you guys got back in the car?
Yeah. But,
oh, it's so funny.
yeah, it was very funny, and, that kind of became a bit of a family saying after that. Jesus Lordy.
Jesus Lordy, ladies.
Yeah. I've never heard anyone say Jesus Lordy in so many different variations and so many
You like
times
made
always.
and ruined that guy that night. Like made his day and then it just ruined him.
It's like 2 in the afternoon.
It was, oh really? That tells you a little more about the people that were hanging in there too.
Probably a Saturday. It was just before Christmas, but yeah.
Now would there be
Certainly 3 sheets to the wind.
right, okay.
I'm
Noticeably.
guessing. We didn't get low. We didn't get close enough, but I thought if you got that excited.
When I was in high school I went on a trip to Germany and which I mean by today's rules and standards should never have happened.
Right, yes.
One teacher took 35 of us overseas
insane.
and then he went somewhere else and we stayed with families, right?
Right.
So he was reachable the whole time, I assume. But he was just like not around for a while. But awesome guy. All of us, like we love the guy. But we had a layover in Switzerland and a night in Zurich. So we're like 15 years old and there's 25 of us or 28 of us or something at a hotel in Zurich, Switzerland for one night. And we just
Wow.
we just went crazy. But so at one point we were in a park and this homeless guy was just hammered and like in love with this girl who was in our group. And we're all 15 and he's a grown man. He was like, "You're so beautiful." He's following her. "Oh, I love you." And every time you do that, your impression of that guy, I'm like, it takes me right back to that one.
That's
because
pretty
I feel
funny.
like the sentiment is the same. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's too much. I can't handle it. Is that our news item for tonight? That can't be.
It's not,
That
but,
can't be tonight's news item.
Yeah, if you want one.
Have you got one?
I do.
We've got a news item, folks. Let's take a look at it.
Okay. Would you like some news item music?
Yeah, we need some Eyewitness news
yeah.
team
Here we go.
music, I think. We've got it. Might as well cue that shit up.
Someone was just saying, that's the longest hair I've seen you with. I was like,
Are they talking to you or to me?
I think they're talking to you. I thought they were talking to me. I was like, oh, really? I've had my hair grown that much while we're doing the show?
This is the longest hair. I think they're referring to your hair is the longest hair they've ever seen me with.
Right. That's like a
Here I am, right here with it.
it's a
Really?
little-
I think I've had my hair about. Yeah, maybe it is the longest you've ever seen it.
Is that like a
That's
skirt?
tonight's news item.
Like another name for a broad or a skirt is a hair?
She's a long hair, isn't she? She's a tall drink of water.
Okay.
That's a good expression. We should bring that one back. I've had people say that to me. "Oh, well, you're a tall drink of water."
You are. You're about the tallest.
You better believe it.
All right.
What are we looking at here?
So I didn't want to bring this story up too far before Halloween, but now I think we're safe because
Is
we're
that-
getting closer.
Is that a... Oh my god, is that a skeleton doing like a giant skull bong hit? Trick or treat, and it's like, treat, I guess.
It looks like I really wasn't like this photo.
Or is he
like,
pole vaulting? What? All right, sorry.
Like,
I have
yeah.
to take my guesses. What's going on here?
Yeah. No, go. I'm like, yeah, what is going on here? Okay.
I can't read what it says under trick or treat. Does it say "smell my feet"?
I can't read it either.
Because that's the crazy thing we used to say. Trick or treat, smell my feet. Give me
It says
something
candy
good to eat.
It says candy here.
Candy here.
Yeah.
Oh, so it must be down below in the.
Yeah.
There's
So.
it's one of those. They're one of those basket families. Yeah, we left it in a basket.
Oh.
We
well,
couldn't be here to
no.
answer the door for 2 hours a year.
No, they're even better than that. It's better than that.
I'm just fucking around.
This
Oh,
is-
okay.
Yeah. No, fair enough. Well, I always figured those people were out
Trick or treating
themselves.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I guess.
Okay.
Seems illogical.
All right. So this couple from Austin, Texas, said, "Look, coronavirus has ruined a lot of things for people this year, but we are not going to
Oh,
let it
I just
ruin
figured it out. I see what's happening.
Halloween." So they did up this guy.
Yeah. By the way, he
And-
looks so really like a real skeleton. I can't believe there's a guy in that suit.
And you were being facetious, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh, now we can read it. Trick or treat, candy here.
Candy here. Look at you with close-ups and all.
And it's a slide so that they can give the kids the candy and keep social distance.
Right.
So this is, I guess, a trial run.
It seems to be working. The children are lining up where the candy comes out.
Kids are always going to do that, aren't they?
Yeah, I guess they would. Yeah.
And then they can get their little basket at the end, and candy gets loaded
I
in.
like it. I like
Yeah.
it. We just do one per street. You just walk up and it's like a fire hose. You just fill your bucket and then go home.
So that's
I'm just kidding.
all the trouble.
Everyone's going to have these
making
shoots.
the stand and stuff. Yeah.
You think that's going to
kinda cool
happen?
if
Maybe it
is.
will. I like it. You know, there'll be. You could do the Grim Reaper holding his scythe,
Yeah, but
and then put candies in. That could be the shoot. I'm saying.
and then not give away much candy.
Why? Because it's a small.
Is that the idea? Because look at the size of these children coming to collect the candy. I thought this guy was like really scary looking, you know?
Right. Yeah, I thought he was pretty scary. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and kids go often when it's dark out, right? Well, I guess not in Austin.
Well, that's a good
Texas.
point.
It'd
He
be
would look.
light-
He would look
light-
scarier if
light.
it were dark out. Like a lot
Yeah,
scarier.
yeah. I guess it's light.
Little kids would be really kind of freaked the fuck out by that thing.
I thought he was freaky looking.
Yeah. He is. I mean, there's the picture to prove it.
Yeah, and then you've got to get
If you don't believe it,
close to this bit, and
you'd
that's
better.
scary enough. So you've got to really want candy to but I guess when there's not a lot of options. So yeah, they have a whole video on YouTube on how they made it and how people can make them, which I thought was very cool.
So it's like a yeah, you get one of those tubes from I don't know, what do you buy on an 8-foot tall reel? Nothing. I don't know that I never bought nothing that was that big in that shape. Never.
Oh no, they made it with PVC pipe.
PVC pipe. There you
Yeah.
go.
So, I think so. Anyway, those details didn't seem as interesting as.
I think it's cool. I think it's a creative
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
And
So-
I think it might hold up if maybe you don't have this walking skeleton in the yard. You're going to frighten the small kids. But that's the whole idea of Halloween, right? I mean, people put some pretty morbid shit in their yard.
I guess so.
That's the idea. Scare the fuck out of people when they go by your house. Happy Halloween. You know what I love about Halloween is seeing people in Halloween costumes doing everyday stuff. It's my favorite shit in the world. Like if you're going to a party and so you're on the road,
Yeah.
and there's just like a witch behind you at a traffic light, and then a gorilla goes by. Like that is my without a doubt my favorite part of Halloween.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's great. I was Freddy Krueger for like 6 years in a row in high school and before and around there.
Wow.
Maybe like 3 years. I'm exaggerating. Sometimes you exaggerate and it doesn't actually make the story better. I did it like 3 or 4 times. I was Freddy Krueger. And then I would pull it out for an occasional Halloween party. You know, I've always been a big fan of dressing up for Halloween, you know. Partially because my birthday is the night before. And it's fun. I think one of my best was I had a suit on, but then if I pulled, people were like, "What are you?" And I pulled a shirt open, and there's a Superman,
Yeah.
and I loved it. So I thought that was like I think 1 year I had a Superman. I was as Superman, and I had a cape that stayed up.
Ooh.
So I would just stand there.
Did it come like that, or did you have to make
No,
it?
I made it. I made like a wire. Almost killed
Wow.
myself with that thing, but took some great pictures.
Oh, I'd love to see the pics.
One time I was Batman. I spent way too much money on a Batman outfit. So much money, in fact, that I actually started fighting crime to make it worthwhile.
Nice.
Oh, sorry, babe. I've just jumped back into
No, it's
started
fine.
going on
That's
about
just what
Halloween. Is that all
That's
for?
what the stories are there for us to
Yeah.
talk about and
I think it was great. I love it.
make conversation. Cool, yeah, I thought it was cool. I'm not so
Happy
sure
Halloween
about,
2020. You
like,
could give kids candy through a pipe.
Yeah, maybe they need like a scoop to scoop the candy with. I mean, I don't know. I'm thinking like you don't want to be touching the candy that's going into the kids' bowls with your hands too much.
Just put it in a basket at the bottom of the steps and stay at the top of the steps.
And then just like.
But then all the kids are putting their,
Right.
their hands in the same place,
Yeah,
so it does make
that's
sense
true.
for it to
That's
fall.
true. Yep. They've thought it through.
Because if there's
They
COVID
did.
on that candy, it'd be like whoa, and just go flying off over the edge.
Yeah, COVID
That's-
can't survive a luge. It's impossible.
Luge your candy to small children this year.
Ooh. Hey,
In the
I'll
year
take my
2020,
tooth.
luge. Did you hit your tooth on the microphone?
Yeah, this is the problem.
What is?
With these mics, I don't know. I still I can't get used to.
Are you just hit your face on the microphone and you're blaming the microphone for it?
No, you.
You're blaming me for buying the microphone. Okay, fair enough. And on that note, everyone, I'm going to close you right back up into the ceiling. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Cheers, everybody. Let's relax a little bit. Let's go somewhere quiet and peaceful. Let's take a trip to
Finish up that still again, because it's time to relax with a new still again. I think that was the Grim Reaper edition of ASMR. As Mr. Quiet Talker. The microphone.
ASMR, ASMR, yeah.
Woo!
That's a fun one. I do enjoy doing that. I don't know why, but I do. It's because there's a cold Stella waiting at the end. And they've not said a word to me about sponsorship yet. So
What?
So what the fuck, man? What's the problem, Stella? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for?
I don't think people on Twitter like asthma.
People on Twitter like Asmer.
No,
That's
they-
what Emma says.
I'm saying they don't.
Just make up jingles for everything that you say. Oh, you're saying people on Twitter don't like Asmer?
No, we had. Oh, they're coming back though.
What, they've left?
Maybe.
What, the numbers dropped during
Yeah.
ASMR?
Yeah. Well, I wasn't looking right before.
Oh, wow,
that,
that's interesting.
but, yeah.
That's very interesting. Let's do a little thing where you
Maybe
guys
they find it as annoying as I do.
let it.
I don't mean our asthma. I mean ASMR in general.
It's too late. You've hurt me now.
Oh.
I believe that everything happens for a reason.
It does, Ben.
That's what my friend, the child psychologist, says. I have a friend. He's a child psychologist. He's 7. You better believe it. I realize that at this point in my life, and here's the difference between movies and reality. At this point in my life, I make the same noise when I get up off the couch that like movie action heroes make when they pull someone from the edge of a cliff with 3 fingers. That's what I make that noise when I stand up now. Did I save him? You know how many times that would work? Saving a human with a couple of fingers, unless it's a baby. No times, 0 times would that work. I don't care who you are. You can't hold a person by dangling by their wrist. And if you could, it would probably break their wrist. I mean, for reals. Have you got a crazy grip like that, man? Like you could just like save a person while you're like laying down on a ledge. You gotta be careful with that grip. You're gonna fucking hurt people, man. You're one of those dudes, you shake their hand and then you're like, ow! It wasn't a contest! We're just saying hello! Wow, what do you do? You have such a crazy grip. I work in movies. I hold the person falling over the cliff while the star gets a blowjob. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, imaginary crowd that I have control of. I feel like, I base like what I think my day's gonna be like on weird stuff. Like, if I crumple up a piece of paper, this is gonna be like obsolete soon. I'd be like, if I crumple up and people are like, paper? What's paper? In 10 years? Is that a notepad? What the fuck is that doing here? And they'll kill you. Do you know what notepads did to the earth? If I throw a piece of balled up waste paper and it doesn't go in the garbage can, I'm like, I guess I'm a little off. I guess things are a little off for me today. Just a little click in my brain. You were 3 inches from the can and you couldn't get the ball in there. And I thought, yeah, today's one of those days. I don't have it today. And I thought, imagine if you were a basketball player, if you were an NBA player and you were like fucking around in the kitchen and you went to throw some eggs in the garbage can, some eggshells, and you missed, you'd be like, oh my God, I got a fucking game tonight. I got to do something. I was this far from the fucking can. We get paid $1 million to put shit through holes. You'd have a panic attack if you couldn't make... I think NBA players don't shoot other things. They don't do it. They just avoid it altogether. I mean, during the season, of course. They're just placing shit in the garbage can. Well, you just reached all the way into the bottom of that garbage can. Yeah, I got a game tonight. When I have a game, I place things everywhere until it's time. I like it. I feel like it has
I like it, baby.
arms.
We only have 2 minutes till 10. Though.
Oh, son of a bitch, really?
Yeah, I was just...
Have you all got to go already?
You might have been looking at me.
Oh, I was having such fun, though. Do we have to stop now? Okay then. Yeah, it's all right, yeah.
We don't if you don't want to, but...
I just want to be that guy in reality, just for a little. Oh, hey, how's it going, everybody? Yeah? All right then, what are we doing? It'd just be fun. There's a guy that's like that somewhere, and he has a fun life, that guy. Except when he's at work. He fucking hates his job. That's why he talks that way, because of his job. Okay. Yeah, I would just keep rambling. Maybe we should take a look at today's holidays when we've only got 2 minutes left.
I'm going for holidays from this week because today's holidays were so boring.
Yeah, whatever. We'll just, that's the ones for today.
I like these ones.
All of these ones are for today.
Okay, so we have a Dear Diary Day.
Dear Diary Day.
National Legwear Day.
National Legwear Day.
National Girls Night In Day.
What?
National Girls Night In Day.
National Voter Registration Day.
Voter Registration Day, that's the biggie right there.
That one's just important, so.
Yeah. Okay, is that all of them?
No.
No, there's more.
It's Hobbit Day.
Hobbit Day.
National Elephant Appreciation Day.
Fucking elephant appreciation? Are you fucking kidding me?
Carefree Day.
There's just like people trying to cover up that it's voting registration day.
Oh my God, that's awful.
It's just, fucking elephant appreciation. Whatever you can do to push it down the fucking list. All stuff that starts with words at the beginning of the alphabet. Okay, sorry.
All right.
Elephant appreciation. Dear Diary. That's all I remembered.
Yeah, let's go.
Voter registration.
Dear Diary, Girls Night In Day.
Girls Night In, Dear Diary. Those two go together.
Hobbit Day.
Elephant Appreciation.
Elephant Appreciation Day.
Okay, let's do it. Let's roll. And let's crank it up.
And Centenarians Day, but that's Elephant Day again, right? All right.
This weekend. Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. If you're a girl, you better stay in the fucking house and write your diary. Because it's National Girls Night In Day, and it's National Diary Day. And if you're a nerd, you can read books about hobbits, because it's National Hobbit Day, motherfuckers. And that means you hobbits better be thinking about elephants and be appreciating them, because it's National Elephant Appreciation Day. And if that wasn't enough for you, you better fucking register to vote.
I think that might be one of my top Sundays of all time.
Absolutely.
Sunday, episode 44.
Woo!
All right, guys. We're going to squeeze this shit in at the last minute. We're going to get political, just real quick. Quick political. It's time for Trumpet. Drum roll, please.
I can't find it. There we go.
You can't find the drum roll. Oh, here it is.
Trumpet!
Oh, that just tickles me so much doing that. I was a kid trying to play the trumpet, and I was never that good. Now I'm like, oh, you just go blah, 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 and it's awesome.
Doesn't matter what you do. It's all playing the trumpet.
That's what the teachers should say. You just go blah, 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 and it's fucking amazing. Now juggle some chickens, you dick.
Wait.
That's real-time laughter in the room, folks. This has been therapy for me. Hopefully it's been enjoyable for you as well. But we raise some money for people who need food, so I don't care that much. See you later, suckers!